Hey guys, happy Motivational Monday. I'm Sami Womack from A Sunny Side Up Life, and today I want to talk to you about feeling worthy of greatness. Okay, so I hear this a lot in emails and comments and different things like that. A lot of times I will ask people, what is their why? What is their ultimate motivation? One of the places that I ask this is in lesson 1 of my free email course, which I'll link to below if you're not familiar with. But in that email, that very first lesson 1 email, I ask you, hit reply and tell me your why. And I get so many good responses, and it's one of my favorite things that I do because I get to read all of those emails and read all of those whys. And most of the time, the whys have something to do with their family in one way or another, right? But I hear a lot of side comments that somewhere along the lines of, well, I don't really want to be rich. I just want to XYZ, right? And I'm not asking for a lot. I just want to get my head above water or something along those lines. It's kind of that whole theme of, I don't want to be rich. And sometimes it just really bothers me when I hear people say, I don't want to be rich. And I think, why? Why do you not want to be rich? Okay, and I know that the word rich it's a very tricky word, and there's a lot of guilt associated with it. There's a lot of negative connotations attached to it. And you can watch movie after movie, especially children's movies, where there's like a lot of the times the villains in kids' movies are rich, right? They're evil, they're greedy, they're all these things, and I feel like how much of that really gets into our subconscious, you know? How much of those negative connotations of rich people were put in there somewhere back in our head in childhood, or maybe it was words that we heard from our parents, or maybe it's our current circle of people. Maybe it's not even as much childhood. Where is it, and why? Why do we feel like that? Why do we feel like we don't want to be rich? Because to me, I think of money as simply a tool. Money is not good or bad, right? Money is not evil. It is simply how you use it. You can spend money on bad things. You can spend money on good things. You can help a lot of people with money. So I kind of wanted to just talk to you guys about that today. If you have ever caught yourself saying that, or caught yourself subconsciously thinking, well, I don't want to be rich, and kind of getting you to explore that reason why. So I feel like, when we were little, and I watch my kids, and I think that when we were little, we were not afraid to be the best. We were not afraid to say, like my kids are, I'm the best dancer, I'm the best artist, aren't I the best singer? And they're not afraid to put themselves out there like that and strive to be the best. So what happens over time? Why do we get that? Why do we start to feel like we're not good enough, And it's because the world pushes us down over time, little by little. And little by little, we're told that we're not good enough. And we're told that we don't deserve whatever it is that we want. We don't deserve to be rich, or that being rich is a bad thing, or someone like you can't be rich because of whatever reason, And this idea kind of also stemmed from a recent post that I posted on Instagram and Facebook, and it was just kind of like a picture of me, just sitting in my chair and talking about how, most days I'm just a mom, with no makeup, sweatpants, chasing babies, that I'm just a regular person, and that I didn't really feel good enough, that I felt like I kept selling myself short, when I started to feel myself be called to this journey. And for me, my journey, my personal journey with my family and becoming debt-free has kind of worked simultaneously as I've grown my business, my coaching, and everything that I do here. It's kind of an intertwined journey for me. So I kind of refer to both journeys kind of as the same thing. But I kept kind of selling myself short, and I kept kind of thinking, like, who are you to do this, you know? And at first, you know, and like I said, like growing little by little over time, and letting this happen slowly but surely. And I did used to think that I was not good enough, and I did used to sell myself short. And it's funny to think back now, when we first started this journey, our goal was really to just get our head above water, and we really wanted to fix our credit score. That's really how it started. Our credit score was horrible, and we weren't making ends meet. We had 2 houses at the time, that one that was a rental property, one that we lived in. Our rental property was about to be repossessed. We were 3 months late on it, you know, just kind of get our head above water. That was our ultimate goal. That's really what we wanted to do. We really just kind of wanted to be normal. We didn't want to be like super broke. We want to have a decent credit score. And then after a little while, we realized, hey, we're kind of doing this thing, you know? And then it was, well, we want to just save enough to get a down payment on a second vehicle. And then once we realized how quick that was going to happen, I kind of said, you know, we could kind of just lower our budget a little bit and wait a couple more months, and we could actually just pay cash for a vehicle. And then, so that was our next goal. And you see, it kept kind of growing and growing. And then we were going to be debt free except for our house. We're really worried about our house. That's not real debt. And then we decided we wanted to be 100% debt free. And in order to do that, we wanted to sell our house. We wanted to be able to buy vehicles in cash. Next time that we buy a house, we want to do it right from the get-go. And we have really grown into this worthiness. We've grown into feeling like we deserve better, like we're worthy of better, like we are able to achieve better and better and better as time has went on. And now it just feels like, you know, the sky is the limit. If we could do this, we can do anything. And really just, I feel like this journey has really taught us that even though we're just regular people, we really are. Both my husband and I didn't grow up in rich families. We didn't go to fancy schools. We don't have relatives that are millionaires or nothing like that. We're really just normal people. And now we really have grown into this feeling, this worthiness. You know, and when I first started feeling this call into this journey, I really resisted it. And I really didn't want to change our family tree. I didn't want to be the one that had to do that, right? I didn't want to be the one that had to go first. I didn't want to take on this huge challenge. I didn't want to be the one who was different in our family and in our circle of friends. I didn't want to be the one who was judged and who was teased about being on a budget, and I still am. And I still have people who kind of apologetically tell me when they buy things, like I'm going to judge them. And, you know, that's really hard. I didn't want to be that person at first. And I resisted the call to this journey, and I held myself back for so long. And I think a lot of it was because I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel special enough to be debt free. I didn't feel worthy of aspiring to be a millionaire, you know. And I had that same thought of, well, I don't really want to be rich. I just want to pay my bills on time. But I was selling myself short when I was doing that, you know, and I wasted so much time. And I kept holding myself back, you know. And I just really think about where I would be now if I wouldn't have kept pushing myself, if I wouldn't have kept taking steps to grow mentally and spiritually over these past 4 or 5 years or so. And it just, you know, and I just want to keep spreading this message. And I want you to know, all of this rambling to share with you that you are worthy. And even if you feel like I'm just a normal person, you know, I didn't come from money, I didn't have this really fancy education, I'm, quote, just a mom, or I'm just a dad, or, you know, I just work a regular job, I'm not I don't want to be rich. I'm not special. Who am I? I'm not worthy. You are worthy. And being just a regular person is great. That's amazing. And we're all special, and we all have a purpose, and we all have an inner calling. And whatever you feel like your inner calling is, you were given that desire for a reason. And you need money to accomplish that goal, whatever your goal is. So say you're a working parent right now and you want to become a stay-at-home parent, and so you want to, get your finances straight so you can live on one income, or you want to cut back to only part-time, or you want to open your own business, or you want to start traveling more as a family, or whatever it is, you want to follow that passion. You want to leave the job right now that's just paying the bills, and you want to move into a job that is your passion. Whatever that inner calling is for you, you were given that desire for a reason, and you are worthy of living that life that you desire. That desire was not put inside of you on accident. And the fact of the matter is that you need money to accomplish that. You have to get your finances in order. You cannot achieve greatness and live in survival mode at the same time. And you, along the way, have to grow into this journey, and you also have to take steps to mentally grow and to spiritually grow, and take it one step at a time. Keep pushing yourself. But most of all, you have to allow yourself to feel worthy of greatness. Greatness isn't always being a multi-billionaire and being, like a Steve Jobs or a Bill Gates or like somebody extraordinary that's going to be in like a history book. Greatness is being who you were put on this earth to be, to follow that inner purpose, that inner calling, and be your version of greatness, okay? Being the greatest parent that you can be, being the greatest friend that you can be, being the greatest self that you can be, being the greatest whatever you want to be, feeling worthy of achieving that greatness. So next time you feel yourself selling yourself short, you feel yourself thinking or saying something along the lines of, I don't want to be rich, think about what I said, remember what I said. So I hope that helps you guys today. Remember that if you enjoyed this video, to hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all that normal stuff. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.